So a lot of my work has involved creating and designing new contract templates for the various different departments of the club to use. So I'd speak to the head of each department, find out what they need to incorporate and what would be useful to have in them going forwards. For example, I work with the men's and the women's teams to create new transfer and loan agreements and players contracts. I've been creating new templates for the sponsorship, venue and advertising agreements for the commercial department. And I also sit with the Finance and Governance Committee sometimes, so we'll be scrutinising and redrafting important documents like the Articles of Association for the company. And all the work gets particularly exciting around the transfer windows. A lot of work comes rolling in then. So a typical week, usually I'd be at Wollens Mondays and Tuesdays in the sports law department. Wednesdays I work at St James Park Stadium. And that's alongside the media team, commercial team, ticketing office, everybody on that side of the club. And on Thursdays I go to the Cliff Hill training ground. That's really exciting because you get to see the players and all the managers and coaches every time you're there and really experience that side of things. And then on Fridays I finish the week back at the stadium again. Yeah, so you've already done your first 2 years of your law degree. You've got a pretty good understanding of how university works and the assessments that are required, and then you get around March, February time of this third year of your degree and you'll get some uni assessments, but the uni are really supportive in making sure that you can balance having your job and doing what's required for your degree at the same time. And then after the end of your degree you'll go back to doing your final year of your law degree.
We're a law firm that has 3 offices in Exeter where we are today, Torquay and Barnstable, and we're what's called full spectrum law. So we pretty much cover all aspects of law that a client will need, apart from a criminal aspect. We like to take credit for it, but it was really Jeremy Tipper, the former CEO of Exeter. So when we were in negotiations to become the preferred legal partner with the club, he said, I really like this idea of taking an intern stroke placement, but getting it from Exeter University. So we thought, well, that's a good tie-in for the club and for us, because we're both Exeter based. So we approached them and said we would like to take a placement for a whole year to have 2 days with me and then 3 days with the club. And it's worked out so far very well.
So I do the start of the week Mondays and Tuesdays at Wollens, and in the sports law division we cover all different types of sports that might come our way. So it's not just football, we'll have rugby, cricket, gymnastics, bobsleigh, a whole wide range, and we'll do lots of different types of work, and that will reflect some of the work I'm doing at the football club. So it'll be more contracts and sponsorship agreements, and then we'll do some more agent type work as well, and we'll do player representations and supporting them with their careers. So it's a broad-ranging type of work for lots of different sports.
We've got various different legal partnerships, but the one with Exeter has probably got the closer tie because of having Katie. So it helps us understand more about the football club, what its needs are, the recruitment aspect, but also the commercial side. So I think people just see football played on a Saturday or midweek, and there's so much more involved. It's a proper business, even though I still see it as entertainment. It is a business that has structure of commercial side, sponsorship side, players, non-players, and dovetailing that by having someone that can cross over and is eyes and ears at the club and then needs assistance that we can then look at contracts, etc. I think the club benefit, I think the intern stroke Katie benefits, and we do.
I think it's such a great way to learn, and there's no better way of learning than doing it yourself. And also you get to see how it's done by the professionals, people who've done it before, and then you get the reassurance from them that they're doing it right. They can point you in the right direction, tell you how to do things better next time. So it's really useful to get that practical experience, and I think it helps you remember how to do things better rather than just reading a textbook and not being able to apply it to your own scenarios and situations. Like your first time in a professional office, you're working full-time 5 days a week, and it's learning how to manage that and balance things, and the kind of flexibility of being in 2 different workplaces as well and how they go together, and you pick up all sorts of skills that you'll benefit from for the whole of your career. So how to work with clients, be professional, time management, organisation, everything like that.
She's a breath of fresh air. I think from our point of view, we know that the law for the next generation with people like Katie are in a good place. And that's why I think it's nice for us to now look at having to unfortunately replace Katie and then say, okay, this is what it entails, but this is what you're going to get from it. And you can come out after your 4th year and think, I either want to be in private practice with us at Wollens, or you want to be an in-house lawyer for a football club. So you can straddle 2 positions.
I think Wollens has been a really inclusive and welcoming firm. I've felt that everyone's been really friendly towards me since I've joined. It's a medium-sized firm, so it's not so big that you're going to get swallowed up in it and completely lost, but it's not too small that, you know, there's not enough work. There's always work to do, and there's really good people to work with. I think sports law is such a niche and emerging area of the law, and it's not something that you typically get to study on a normal law degree, so getting the practical experience of it is such an exciting way of doing it. And also coming out of your degree with a year's worth of full-time experience of 2 companies is such a unique and valuable opportunity.